Hey everyone, welcome to Fernandez Tool Reviews. Today I wanted to hopefully start moving in the right direction for a vehicle toolkit. I drive an older vehicle, it's a 87 Chevrolet S10, so I'd like to have something when I'm out just driving or if I'm on a longer trip. I don't drive that vehicle every day, but when I do, it's usually anywhere from half an hour to a couple hours round trip. So I'm trying to find something in a reasonable amount of tools that make sense. I have what seems to be a lot stored in this wrench roll, which is a custom leather craft work gear wrench roll or tool roll that I bought on Amazon. I have a bunch of ratcheting wrenches. At the time when I was kind of getting this whole thing together, it made sense, and I wanted to have basically enough to fix whatever quick thing I might have on a breakdown, but I haven't had to work on anything in that aspect with these tools so far. And a lot of this stuff was put together a long time ago when I had a different car and I just carried a bunch of stuff in the trunk and I had more space and it didn't affect me as much. But now it's just a single cab little truck, so the space that I do have is kind of limited and I don't have a toolbox in the back, which maybe I could possibly look into getting that something like that later on. Just I want something that'll make sense right now. But I believe that I'm moving towards the dropping down the amounts of all the things that I carry in my little emergency tool bag or toolkit. Um, and then I had this old Craftsman USA set that I got at a yard sale probably 10 years ago. It's kind of incomplete, but I've worked on putting it back together. And the case seems like it's nice or would work, but it's not very space saving, or I mean there's a lot of wasted space really. It takes up a decent amount of space behind my seat. And then this is another custom leathercraft just tool bag that I got from somebody as a gift, with some all kinds of pliers and a cheap Stanley set of screwdrivers that I got for about $5 at Ace Hardware. And this is an old number one Phillips Craftsman, just random things, cheap adjustable wrench. Something also you want to consider when working with your spare tools or emergency tools in a vehicle is usually you don't want to have too much money into them in case somebody were to break in for whatever reason and steal your tools, or you lose something. You don't want to have too much money into them. At least I don't. Some of this stuff is just things that I got given a long time ago, things that I bought when it was just a cheap deal, or a mix of everything. But I might make a follow-up video if I ever do figure this out, or something that makes sense for me. Just uh, I'd always like to hear what's out there, what people carry what tools people carry if you do carry tools. Me personally, I think it makes me feel more comfortable when I do have at least something. Uh, Something essential would be a breaker bar or something along those lines for removing a tire or changing a tire. And obviously you need the right socket for your vehicle and said breaker bar or other. This is just a 3/8 drive about 18 or 24 inch breaker bar that I bought at Harbor Freight for cheaper than other brands. So like I said, something that's inexpensive and also works. But so obviously this is an essential part of that kit, so that would go into the yes pile. And maybe something like this that is space saving and multifunctional, maybe it's a better idea to carry this instead of a whole horde of random screwdrivers in all kinds of different types. But this, I believe, is gonna be a yes, or in the yes pile. And what I'm gonna look for or towards doing is taking all these out of this set, because the contents of this set is pretty good just as an overall collection. I mean, you have a ratchet, you have multiple sockets in different types of drive or size, and you have standard, metric, 12-point, 6-point, and adapter, extension, spark plug, socket. The only thing is that you would have to make sure that this socket would fit your spark plugs, because they do come in different sizes, obviously. But here's another 2 screwdrivers in the lid. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna move forward with taking all these things out and putting them into a different container, or just figuring out something that would fit in the rails. And then maybe I could stick to using this wrench roll, tool roll. It does have an extra little spot right here on this end for sockets and other stuff. I just keep some random just swivel sockets that are actually impact 3/8 drive, and these are Powercraft Pro or something like that. I have no idea where I got these from actually, but I've had them for over 10 years, I know that. Yeah, but just let me know in the comments, or just let me know what you think about the direction I should move, or what maybe you might carry, and hopefully I will get this figured out before I go on a next drive, or whatever that might be or look like. And thanks for watching.